Welcome to NFL Primetime on ESPN Plus, presented by Dell Technologies. Your new Dell PC gets your holiday to-dos done faster.
Hi there, Chris Berman, Booger McFarland. You know, when this show ends, we're going to be exactly at halftime of the season already, week 9.
Time's flying, Boom. It's amazing how when the games start to get good, the season goes fast.
The season starts to go fast. Has the chocolate buzz worn off yet?
A little bit. I still have a little left.
I still got mine. I finally opened the bag, and you know what? We didn't get a lot of. At any rate, listen, there's been a lot of buzz in Pittsburgh, right? Like, wait a minute. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they stand for one thing, defense, right? The Indianapolis Colts, they're 7-1, the best record in football. Colts into Pittsburgh, you figured they would keep on rolling if things stayed the same. It's funny, they never do. Here we go to the big, I don't care, it's called the big ketchup bottle. I still call it that because I like Heinz ketchup. At any rate, Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones, they've been the best team this season. First drive, just the way Shane Steichen and Jones draw it up. To Alec Pierce, this time early in the game, between two Steeler defenders for 36 yards. Jones' sneak, they had more points, plus minus than anybody else by far in football, 7-0 Colts. The punt to Josh Downs. It hit the ground. Oh, it hits him. Wait a minute, Brandon Echols says, I got it.
Yeah, he tried to get out of the way. Ball bounced and hit Downs. It's a muff. Steelers take over. You can't return a muff, so they get the ball right there.
Danny Smith has been the special teams coach forever. Look at him. You know he's fired up. Steelers, 4th and 3. Aaron. Darnell Washington. Boy, kept throwing to the big guy, huh? So they don't get anything off that 7-0. So Pittsburgh can't lose an opportunity like that. Come on, the Colts are... Well, wait a minute. T.J. Watt said, we don't care what the Colts are. I do this. Fumble.
Sack calls fumble. They've been waiting on T.J. Watt to make some big plays. He made a couple today.
So the Colts, usually very good-handed with the ball, not on this day. And what happened? Second quarter, Jaylen Warren, as a result, in the end zone, and we're tied at 7. But these are the Colts of 2025. Under 5.5 to go in the half. Peyton Wilson with the pick, and he's churning it down to the 14-yard line. 3 turnovers already. Aaron Rodgers, move. Pat Fryer, move. 17-7 Steelers at the half. Steelers? Remember the second half against Green Bay? They look defensively nothing. This is a different day. Wilson deflects the pass. Jack Sawyer ends up with it.
Really good job. If you're not going to get the quarterback sack, get your hands up. Great job by Peyton Wilson.
Now, after the interception, fourth quarter, same drive, Warren. Hey, they didn't run for a lot, but when they had like 18-yard drives, we run for a couple. 24-7, Aaron Rodgers, Steelers way up. Alex Highsmith, it's supposed to look like this. Knocks the ball out, Derek Harmon for Pittsburgh.
Again, this was the game they've been waiting on. Watt, Highsmith, those edge rushers getting to Indiana Jones.
Then sent up to a field goal. It's 27-10. Colts have scored 27-17. Going deep for Pierce at Jones, but Joey Porter Sr. cheering Joey Porter Jr. 6 turnovers. They pick off Jones 3 times. They force 2 fumbles from him. You get the picture. They also sacked him 5 times. Pittsburgh defense wins it 27-20. Aaron Rodgers says, yeah, baby.
This was a really important win for us, though, to not lose 3 in a row, to not go to 1-3 at home, and to kind of get that big elephant that was starting to try and jump on the backs of the defense, which is made up of media and, outside conversation about them. So we're all human, and I think those guys felt, pretty upset, had a little red ass about what's been going on. So I'm proud of them, the way they came back and responded.
Well, he did smile. I know. I feel it, right?
I didn't see it, though.
Bears, Bengals. Look, once again, we get the Bengals in the top section of the show. Although Caleb Williams against Joe Flacco. Look, tricky Bears on 4th and goal at the 2. Caleb to Adunze to DJ Moore to Caleb Williams. Tricky Bear.
Tricky Bear. Everybody loves a version of the Philly special.
But we were only warming up in this game. I mean, every week the Bengals play a pinball game. They're like Dallas Jr. Only because it's Joe Flacco. It's so much fun to watch. Bears trail 10-7 after one quarter of action. Flacco. T. Higgins, what a great combination. And look at this catch, Boog.
Unreal body control, staying in bounds. The underthrown ball is still a weapon for the offense.
Bengals? They lost to the Jets last week. They lead 20-17 at the half against the Bears. 27-24 Cincy. Brittany Brown. I thought the London games were over. No, it's a touchdown. Bears win 31-27. Again, we're only starting. 5 minutes to go in the game. 34-27 Chicago. Tricky Bears again. Hand up from Caleb to Moore. Bounces outside. Now follow me on this. The challenge by Zach Taylor was he fumbled before he went out. It should be maybe our ball. Yeah. What did they find out? Touchdown Bears. Really? I challenged, but they scored? Oh, my God, the Bengals. But Joe Flacco doesn't care. Noah Fant with a touchdown. 41-35. They're down by 6 because they get a 2-point conversion. You can't recover an onside kick. Unless it hits Chicago's foot. They did.
Yeah, once the ball hits Chicago, then it's a free ball. Doesn't have to go 10 yards. Good job there by the Bengals.
And so, you get an onside kick. You challenge, but you give up a touchdown. You deserve to get in the end zone. Flacco to Higgins down the field. Now second and goal. Joe throwing like he did almost 20 years ago to Andre Yoshivas from Princeton. Flacco fired up. 42-41 Bengals. And Joe, we trust. 35 seconds left. Just tackle him. We'll start with tackling the quarterback. It's a good run by Caleb right here, Boog.
Really good job by Caleb, just eluding the defenders, keeping the play alive, understanding I got to get up and give it to the referee so he can spot it.
Very next play, 25 seconds to go. Williams to Colson Loveland. Boing, boing. How about some arms? 2 shoulder pads don't make a tackle. It's Colston Loveland. He loves it in Cincinnati.
Just a really poor job by the defenders, tackling with their shoulders, not wrapping up, and Loveland taking advantage of it.
Are you kidding? Really?
Really.
47-42, but with Joe Flacco, anything's possible. You know he can reach the end zone, but he's chased. So, I mean, can he get it? What do? You don't even. He's on the 20, so... Zach Taylor, I mean, look, it wasn't him trying to make the tackle. And the Chicago Bears, once again, they're involved in a lot of high-scoring games as well, but not like the Bengals. And so Joe Flacco throws for 470, a career high. But it's for naught. The Bears win in the final half minute, 47-42. Chase Brown, I think, speaks for a lot of Bengals.
Don't turn on each other. Like we know how they can play. They played really well at the start of the season. Like they did, and they were carrying us on their back. So, you know, now that we're stepping up, I think you know, we just got to play complementary football. Like we put the ball in the end zone and go up a point at the end, finish the game. Like just end it.
Ooh. Well, you feel it. I mean, the Bengals, by the way, they've been up 300 points in 9 games, and that's pretty rough. All right, let's go Bears first.
Yeah.
A year ago, they started 4-2, and pretty good. Caleb, rookie. Then they had that Hail Mary loss in Washington. Yeah. And that's not the only reason, but they lost 10 straight games at the very end of the year. Ben Johnson in, here they go. This time they win a game like this they're not expected, and they've been winning. So all is not, perfect yet.
Correct.
But it's a different feeling, and you can see it on the field.
It's a different feeling because they feel like they have a guy from an offensive standpoint and the head coach that gets the quarterback to play to a high level. Caleb Williams wasn't perfect today, but he played to an extremely high level. They ran the football. Monangat, 176 yards rushing. So when they get in a shootout, no longer are they playing from a deficit. They have an offense that can score pretty much with anybody. And so you're seeing a team that's confident. It's not a perfect team. The defense isn't good, but you're seeing a team that if they can continue to progress offensively, the head coach, because of his expertise on that side of the ball, keeps them in a lot of games.
Look, I know since they got almost 600 yards, the Bears. The Bengals, I mean, you feel for them. By the way, Joe Flacco, it's a pleasure to watch.
Absolutely.
He cares. Those two wide receivers are thrilled that they have him. Obviously,
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, but he's not going to be there. And they have scored 131 points, okay, in the 4 games that Flacco's played, and they're 1-3. I don't know this for a fact. I'm just putting it out there. Kevin Stefanski, coach of the Browns. Remember, Flacco went there a couple of years ago, made playoffs, took him off the scrap heap. They're going youth. I think he did him a solid. We're trading in the division. You don't do that. He's going to come back to haunt us. But for Joe, I'm going to do it for you. You got receivers. I think that ought to be out there. That's just me. I don't know that, but I think that's the case.
And I would agree with you, and it's deservedly so. And you're seeing why Mike Tomlin was kind of upset with it, because Mike Tomlin knows what a quarterback can do with these two receivers. But here's the biggest deal in Cincinnati. They fired Lou Anarumo last year as a defensive coordinator, and they're well on their way to getting Al Golden fired again this year. The defense isn't any good. And maybe, just maybe, it wasn't the coordinator. Maybe it was the players. Maybe you need to get better players, and their defense has got to get a lot better, because right now it doesn't matter if you, Lou Anarumo, or Al Golden is coordinating. The defense is not any good.
Speaking of defense, it isn't really good. Did we really think that the Steelers would be in a defensive funk all year? This may not be the steel curtain or even the defense of a year or two ago, but you heard Aaron, the players heard it, and old, proud players. I think the Steelers still have quite a few of them.
Boom. It was like a throwback game.
Yes.
5 sacks, 6 turnovers. The MVP front runner right now in Taylor, under 50 yards rushing.
There you go.
This was a vintage Steeler game. You can't run it. We're going to turn you over, and we're going to hit your quarterback. This is how they want to play. A defensive game that's dominant, and a quarterback that can maneuver and manufacture and get 20 or so points. They can win a lot of ball games that way.
Colts are 7-2. All right, still the best record in football. We worried? I mean, no one's going undefeated, obviously. Well, they already had a loss. Concern? He's not going to get 130, 50 yards every game. But what happens if Jonathan Taylor doesn't?
To steal an old phrase from SportsCenter, is this a bump in the road or cause for concern? I think this is a bump in the road. Mm-hmm. And when Jonathan Taylor doesn't get 100 yards, can Daniel Jones and the offense manufacture enough points? That's my biggest concern. In the 2 games they've lost so far this year, they beat themselves. Adonai Mitchell fumbled against the Rams at the goal line, and today they had 6 turnovers. Right. So if I'm Shane Steichen, I go in the team meeting and I say, hey, guys, we've lost 2 games and we beat ourselves. We can't turn it over 6 times, and we can't fumble the football. I think the runner will be fine. The offensive line is good enough. They will be fine. I'm not concerned about the Colts even after today.
Their next game is in Berlin. We're not done with the Europe games. We got a game in Berlin. They're playing Atlanta. Then there's another one in Madrid. Then we're done for the season. Yeah. At any rate, when you used to hear San Francisco against the New York Giants, there's a certain ring to it. And even though he was not part of those wars, Christian McCaffrey added to it. Niners at Giants. Houston manhandled Niners recently, but you know what? McCaffrey was the big star a couple weeks ago when they won a night game. He's 16 yards against the Giants. Giants run defense not good. And on that play, pass defense no good either. Mac Jones completed the first 14 of his passes. We're tied at 7. Jones, Kendrick Bourne. He's born again as a Niner. Niners go. That was McCaffrey. At any rate, that was Bourne. And then Juwan Jennings. It's a nice play. 11 yards. 14-7 San Francisco.
Mac Jones playing well, distributing the football early.
Under a minute to go in the first half. 17-7 Niners. Brian Burns knocks the ball loose to Jones. Abdul Carter. Giants defense now rallying to the ball. Here it is. Bang.
Love the fact that Brian Burns is getting in there, getting to the quarterback, getting his hands up, causing havoc, and the Giants getting turnovers.
So off the turnover, they have a chance for a field goal from 45 yards. It's Graham Gano. At the end of the half, Gano. No, it's just wide left. Burns. 17-7 Niners at the half. 2010 fourth quarter. Brian Robinson played plenty as a member of Washington against the Giants. In the end zone, 18 yards, 27-10. San Francisco running the ball. Jones to McCaffrey. Another huge game for him, 39-yard pickup. Big play, San Francisco. McCaffrey all told had $173 running and receiving. Later in the drive, Christian punches it in. And the 49ers beat the Giants 34-24. You know, we all the injuries that they've had, They are 6-3, and the Giants have now lost 3 in a row. By the way, don't forget, Mac Jones. You hope your backup quarterback, when your regular guy on a good team doesn't play, goes 2-2, 3-3. He's 5-2.
That's pretty good.
5-2. Vikings, Lions. So the Lions have kind of anointed him. You know, after the Chiefs game, they look like the Lions. But look who's back, J.J. McCarthy. Pre-game, by myself, I'm thinking we might have to score. We might have to be sharp because Jared Goff to Sam Laporta opening the door for Detroit. Keeps chugging. That's some motoring in the Motor City right there. 7-0 Lions. Vikings, 10 days ago, terrible against the Chargers. J.J. McCarthy back to starter. Oh, I got Justin Jefferson. Why not do this?
Anytime you have the best receiver in football, just throw it to him.
Meditation says, give me the best receiver in football. Then McCarthy, Jordan Addison comes back after 3rd and 9, 31 yards. Then from the 7, this is a good-looking play. Good-looking throw to T.J. Hawkinson, one-time Lion, and 14-7 Vikings in Detroit. In Detroit, second quarter, same score. Good rush, good blitzing all day, Minnesota. You'll see it. But Goff avoids it, dumps to David Montgomery. He wards off a few tacklers, and Grenard, somehow, Goff escaped him.
Yeah, that's a really good job. Grenard went high. That's why you got to hit the quarterback in the midsection.
4th and 1 from the 2. Montgomery in. We're tied at 14. Vikings kick field goal to lead 17-14 at the half. Middle third now. Own 6. Montgomery gets the toss. But Blake Cashman does the peanut punch. Harrison Smith always around the ball his whole career. Fumble. Vikings turnover.
Harrison Smith working his way into a Hall of Fame career.
Yep, and now McCarthy escapes. You know what? And then I'm in. 24-14. Ankles look pretty good.
Yeah, after 6 weeks off, it looks
It looked great. Montgomery not pleased. 7 minutes left to go in the game. 24-17 Minnesota. Jalen Redmond sacking Goff. The Vikings sacked him 5 times. Minute later, Jake Bates field goal blocked by Levi Drake Rodriguez. Isaiah Rodgers, like what a year he's had, right? Picks it up all the way down to the 26.
Really good job getting the hands up. And then if you're Isaiah Rodgers, the ball just seems to find him this season.
Well, him, Harrison Smith, the Vikings settle for a field goal, 27-17. Goff to Jamison Williams. We never got those Christmas gifts when Jamison sponsored us. But, you know, let bygones be bygones.
I'd like to have a drink at some point.
It's a touchdown, 27-24, minute 40 to go. 3rd and 5, McCarthy to Jalen Naylor, essentially nailed it down.
Maybe the best throw he's made of his short career. Back shoulder fade to seal the game. And the confidence of the head coach to call the play.
And so the Vikings go into Detroit and hand the Lions a loss. Like we said, all the sacks and good defense. We'll talk about it in a moment. And you know what? So the Lions lost. The only other team going into this game other than the Colts that had one loss, they'll be at a tie to the Green Bay Packers. So the Packers playing the Panthers. And this will be a rollover. I mean, Lambeau. Packers went into Pittsburgh, looked great. The Panthers, it's Jordan Love's birthday. I mean, come on. I mean, this is like feeding them to the Lions, right? I don't mean the Detroit Lions either. Love, Christian Watson. Well, sometimes it writes itself. Christian to the line. Never mind. You get my point. Packers get a field goal, 3-0. Rico Dowdle has had a couple of 200-yard games. Obviously not a fluke.
No, not at all. Rico!
No Dowdle. 29 yards, some discomfort. He said, what discomfort? We're in the red zone. Fighting his way in. Panther! In Lambeau Field leads 7-3. It's 7-6 third. Josh Jacobs, those helmets are replica. I mean, you got to get, this is okay. These helmets are right. The leather helmet look from the 20s. But Tucker Kraft, the outstanding tight end, goes down awkward.
He's been the best tight end in football. Boom. They fear this could be an ACL. Let's pray for the best.
We hope not. Brandon McManus from 43. Yeah, maybe the helmet, I don't know.
Leather.
They're kicking the ball with different shape then. You know,
too much leather on the field.
Missed field goal. He's missed 5 this year. Meanwhile, Jordan Love, Trayvon Merritt will pick it off. That's only his third pick, but that was goofy.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
So, I mean, this is a 7-6 game still at Lambeau? No. Dowdle says we're in, but he gets penalized on the celebration, moves the extra point back to like 48 yards. They miss it. It's only 13-6.
You're supposed to be able to get 2 pumps. He went one more pump than he should have.
Yeah, sounds like a hairspray. Couple of pumps. Your hair will hold all day. 4th and 3. Love to Malik Heath. 11 yards. Pack. Jacobs in for a touchdown. We're tied at 13. I mean, no way the Panthers. It's in Lambeau. Buck 18 to go. Own 40. Bryce Young. Teteroa McMillan, top draft choice. Midfield. 46 seconds left. Dowdle! 19 yards. He had a $130. Field goal range. Matt LaFleur, 1 second to go, watches as Ryan Fitzgerald, or is it F. Scott Fitzgerald, he authors a storybook ending. Pat. Well, it is still Halloween weekend. The Black Cat, fear 'em. And Carolina, I mean, one of the true upsets this year. They go into Green Bay and win it 16-13. The Carolina Panthers at the halfway mark. We start with them. They're 5-4. Look, don't tell them not contending for playoffs. It's too early to say that. 5-4. So faith in we got the right guy and we got the right coach, and we're going to be okay.
And they feel good about what they do. Even though today Bryce Young threw for a little over 100 yards, the physicality in which they played, they ran the football. Rico Dowdle, 130 yards rushing, the physicality. They took it to the Packers. Their defense kept them in the ball game, and boom. The anatomy of an upset, we're going to control the clock, we're going to control the football, we're going to be more physical, and we're going to get a couple of key turnovers. That's how they went into Lambeau and got the job done.
5-2-1 Green Bay. Again, but, I mean, again, they have one of the best records. They lost. Detroit lost. The other teams won in the division. Obviously, there's Minnesota and there's Chicago, so everybody 500 or more. Bump in the road or cause for concern? In Lambeau, puzzling loss.
This is a cause for concern. Here's
why.
2 losses, Cleveland and the Panthers. They're one tied, the Dallas Cowboys. They play down to their competition, Boom. Remember when they traded for Micah Parsons, we thought this was a Super Bowl team. They were going to go 17-0, but they played down to their competition, and the quarterback, although he's played some good football, he's been inconsistent at the biggest moments in some of these games. That turnover right there, Boom, where is he? It's 3 guys down there. Where's he throwing the football? He has some of the most inexcusable plays for a quarterback of his level. They got to learn to play up to their competition and not down to their competition.
Vikings. Just when you think, all right, McCarthy's only had really the one good quarter. Today was a strong game in the face of, and their defense, look, 10 days, they look terrible at the Chargers. Thursday, it goes at 10 days.
Yeah.
Great coaching job by O'Connell and Flores. They've had the heat. I know Goff threw for almost 300, but Minnesota was in control and looked comfortable being in control.
They managed the game. He realized, Kevin O'Connell, the head coach, realized he's got a young quarterback. I can't put the entire game on it. We're not going to make you throw the football 35 times. We're going to manage the football game, but I'll give him credit. The defense played great. They harassed Jared Goff. Boom, but when the game was on the line, he asked J.J. McCarthy to throw a back shoulder fade to Naylor, and he did it. So you're starting to see a head coach gain trust in his young quarterback, even though he's only started, this was his 3rd game. He's only started 3 games. So this was an opportunity for growth, and I saw growth today.
And, we could talk Detroit at length. We know all the things that they have, all the pieces. But just when we start anointing people, like after 3 games, they look good. We're gonna have another rather big game in the AFC coming up, still coming out of the kitchen. So Detroit, you go back to work a little bit. That division, 4 to the post.
Yeah.
The Patriots, they've won 5 in a row. They're in first place, ahead of the Buffalo Bills.
Oh.
They beat the Buffalo Bills. They're at home against Atlanta. Yeah, fans remember. Nobody on these teams was there then, but that's another story. Michael Penix back at quarterback, the second-year man for the Falcons. The Drake London. And I thought the London game was over the second time. Werewolves of London. It is still Halloween weekend. He caught one over Marcus Jones, who's just not tall enough for it fired him. 7-7. Second quarter, Drake May to Pop Douglas. He's one of the most energetic Patriots in the locker room and whap, on the field. Look at Pop. Take a pop. Pop goes the Weasel. Big gain, 58 yards. May now, he scored his first touchdown as a Patriot last week. Stephon Diggs now has 2. How you digs me now? 21-7 Patriots.
Yeah, really good by Stephon Diggs. Cardi B was at the game today, boo.
Yeah, well, boy, get a good seat. Hey, drops back. Jalen Walker gets to be the ball is loose. So James Pierce Jr., number 1 picks here, returns it to the pass 6. And so the Falcons, right before the end of the half, New England was up by 14. May and the Patriots every now and then show their youth. Couple of turnovers. Penix to London. Are you kidding? That was great.
He's 6'5". Throw it up and let him go get it, boom.
21-14. Now we got a ball game. 8 minutes to go in the fourth. 24-17 at New England. Penix. Now look, Christian Gonzalez is as good as it gets. Look at this. You got Moss. Wow.
Again, the underthrown ball. Defenders kind of in a disadvantaged position. Drake London goes up and gets it.
I know Moss is going up to get it, but keep watching. To Penix to London again, and then you better guard this guy. No problem. 4th and goal from the 8. Where do you think Penix is going? Ow! Werewolves of London. His hair was perfect. Hat trick for London.
Yeah, boom. Who needs 2 hands when 1 will do? Good job. And he got both feet down. Great body control by the big man.
So now under 5 to go, they need the extra point to tie the game. Parker Romo.
Yeah.
Drive is in the second cut of the right route.
Rono.
24-23. New England gets a break. They lead by 1. Can they put it away? 3rd and 5. Hunter Henry is his security blanket. Throws well to all the tight ends, but Hunter Henry and Mike Vrabel, the New England Patriots, lost their first game of the year at home to the Raiders. They've now won 6 in a row, and the Patriots are 7-2. Chargers at the Titans. Justin Herbert and the Chargers in town. Mike McCoy, as you know, head coach. He's the interim coach, Tennessee. Coached the Chargers for 3+ years from 13 to 16. Knows what he's doing offensively. And he knows when Cody Barton picks off Justin Herbert, his team's going to be up 7-0. Titans. At 1-1, Herbert to Oronde Gadsden II. Dad was good. He started out with big production here in the NFL. 2 plays later, how about this Herbert to, we call him Pat Ricard II. Scott Matlock off the TV screens. He's on the case. We're tied at 7.
One of my favorite shows.
Yeah, Ray DK. So wait a minute, we're going to get a pick 6. And now this good-looking youngster, DK, who we've had on the show before, he's going to go all the way with a punt return. They get a pick 6 and a punt return. They're first in 2012, 14-7. Titans. Herbert says, Quentin Johnson, where are you? Oh, wow.
Just a really good catch. Quentin Johnson having an outstanding bounce-back season, boom.
So L.A. leads at 20-17 at the half. 3rd quarter. Alec Iomanor, 29 yards, big game, Tennessee. That's Ward. You know what? Is this a game that a 4th and goal, Tony Pollard? No. Really? Really? Huge stop by the Chargers. Herbert said, Johnson, we did it once. Why don't we do it again? Beautiful throwing catch.
Underthrown, back shoulder fade. Great adjustment there by Johnson.
Later in the drive, 13 minutes left in the 4th, 1st and goal. Herbert, we know he can do it with his legs. It's his 12th career game with a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown, tying the legendary from the 60s and early 70s, John Hadl team record. And Jim Harbaugh, Mike McCoy exchanging Chargers stories. And that was a 99-yard drive, by the way, by the Chargers. And the Chargers go on to win it 27-20, and they are 6-3, just like the Patriots. The Broncos, they're in first place. Bo Nix and company against C.J. Stroud. They've won 5 in a row. Stroud, early on, hit here. Chris Abrams drain. It looked like a foul. It really wasn't, but it was a tough hit and concussion.
Yeah, because he's trying to slide, and the defender hits him in the chest, bounces the head off the ground. A tough look.
So he thumbs up, but would not return. This game was old school defense. Looking for Cortland Sutton as Knicks, but Kalen Bullock with the pick. Houston's defense really coming up. Boy, they just bottled San Francisco last week. And then Davis Mills, who started before, is sacked by Jonathan Cooper. We said, honestly, before it started, first 1 to 20 might win this game.
Yeah, we were right.
We're still waiting. 6-0 Texans, they lead. Knicks to Cortland Sutton, but there's one a game, at least one a game there, and the Broncos lead 7-6 at the half. Defensive struggle, though. The Broncos have won 3 games while trailing going into the fourth quarter. 12 minutes to go, they're down 15-7. Bo Nix, R.J. Harvey. Now you know the rest of the story. Broncos trail by 2. They go for 2. Knicks, we found number 11. Excuse me, we found number 12. Let's go down 1 to 11. That'll be Troy Franklin, 2-point conversion.
Really good job. The Oregon teammates connecting.
15 all. Broncos ball. Own 39, second and 7, under a minute. This, Bo Nix saw the open field and took off.
Man-to-man coverage, defenders' backs are turned, use my legs to get yards.
25-yard pickup, another play, they get it deeper, and Will Lutz has kicked many of these for Sean in New Orleans, has kicked some of these in Denver, and Sean Payton, Broncos, won 6 straight. First place no matter what the Chiefs do on this day, or what the Chargers, and they won. And again, we can't reiterate, 4-0. We know the Giants come back with 4-0 when down going into the fourth quarter. So there's something in the water, and this was old school defense, both sides of the ball. I mean, both teams earned a time in the hot tub. Or the cold tub, I should say.
Well, you can go back and forth.
Both.
It doesn't matter. But these two teams are built on their defense. And both defenses acquitted themselves very well today. But you can tell the Denver Broncos understand how to win games at the end. Sean Payton understands. He uses Bo Nix's legs, especially in crucial situations. I'm going to use the dual threatness of my quarterback. The defense, they still lead the league in sacks. They get after the quarterback. And when you're Houston and your defense has played as well as they did today, they deserve to win, but they didn't have a quarterback. And so when C.J. Stroud got knocked out, you knew they were going to struggle to get points. And Bo Nix and his athleticism, they were able to make enough plays to win the game today.
You know, and it's not, he doesn't look yet this year
Correct,
like
yes.
they did offensively
Right.
last year, but it's not. But Sean knows what he's looking
he does.
at there.
Absolutely.
If you get a defense like this, you don't have to win this for me all the time. Just don't lose it.
Exactly.
And that's what they've been doing. And Houston will be heard from. Don't think they're done with them. We hope Stroud is okay. They went from 0-3, but now they're still under 500. Just like Denver, the Patriots have won 6 in a row. Mike Vrabel has made his mark already, even though he would like to downplay that. He's got a young team that practices energetically, if that's a word, and he's got a young quarterback that occasionally will make a couple mistakes like this one, like they did in the Pittsburgh game. Drake May, we know his big arm. His intermediate throws impress the heck out of me. A lot of them to the tight ends. And he's making his receivers look good. I mean, not that Diggs needs him to make him look good, but they're very comfortable. He throws a tight ball.
Boom. Think about their receivers. Keyshawn Boutte, Stephon Diggs, Pop Douglas. None of them are going to win an award for being the number 1 receiver on many other teams. But the job of the quarterback is to make the receivers better. And this young man in his second year is starting to make these guys better. They're well coached. The defense, they don't lose football games. They don't beat themselves. That's a sign of a well-coached team. Mike Vrabel is doing a really good job with the young team, keeping them focused on doing the right thing.
And Josh McDaniels and that marriage with Drake May.
Yes.
You can see it. And a lot of drives are really well thought out.
Correct, yes.
Now, before we hit it, I know you've been waiting. We wait every year when the schedule comes out in early May. All right, when are the Chiefs and the Bills, when are Mahomes and Allen going to play in the regular season? It's like Brady and Manning.
Yeah.
Well, it was on November 2nd, and here we go in Buffalo. And this is a game that, well, in the regular season, the Bills have won the last 4 regular season matchups. Patrick and Josh. Doesn't get any better than this. Bills down 10-7. 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Tight end day for Buffalo. All of them. Dalton Kincaid. They didn't cover him. 47-yard gain. Josh completed most every one of his passes. And then Ty Johnson, big hole left side.
Offensive line was really good all day for Buffalo, opening up holes for Johnson and Cook.
Yeah, that offensive line pretty much been together 2.5, 3 years. Now, Allen, did I say Ted Dawson Knox? Hall's the rookie caught one, too. They all got in action. And they came out, we'll talk about it in a minute, 30-yard gain. Second to go, Allen, is he in? They took a look. How do you tell? They said yes.
Yes, he was in, boom. All the tip of the ball has to do is touch the line, touchdown.
46 seconds to go in the half. It's 21-10 Buffalo. The crowd roaring. Final year in the Ralph, as you well know, new stadium next year. How many times has Allen and the Bills seen this? But Hollywood Brown almost gets in. Not quite, but certainly they're going to score a touchdown. Third and goal from the 1. Mahomes to Kelsey. No. He's bracketed. Chiefs get field goal. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. I get it. 21-13. 3 minutes to go in the third. Allen to Elijah Moore. Telling you, we got Christian, we got Elijah, we got Bishop. Bishop played a big game here called Bishop. And then Allen, it's the wing wedge. The Buffalo wing wedge. 28-13. I mean, the Chiefs just couldn't play complementary. They score, they couldn't stop the Bills. Mahomes. Early fourth to Rashee Rice. Open on 4th and 17. 29-yard completion. Going to happen again. Kareem Hunt is in for the touchdown. 28-21. They get the 2-point conversion. 4.5 to go in the game. Mahomes with the ball. Here come the Bills rush. But they've been waiting. He's been hurt. The number 1 draft pick, Maxwell Hairston. Bang Bang Maxwell with the silver hammer makes the pick for the Bills. Beatles for you younger folks. At the 0-33, James Cook, 1 yard. 4th and 6 coming up. Bills call timeout to kick a field goal. Matt Lettuce Prater, 52 yards. Dike! Wait a minute. Really?
Not again.
They're going to, not again.
Not again.
Not again. The Bills fans felt that. 3 seconds to go, though. Sean McDermott. Please. 3rd and 10, but from the 40, get a pass rush, which they did. There's Russo, 50. Not going to reach it. What do you do? Knock it down. The Bills got the upper hand and never let go of it. Bills win again. 5 in a row. Allen over Mahomes, mid-season battle. 28-21. Josh Allen and the Bills are now 6-2.
They're the pinnacle of what you want your franchise to be. They've been that for the last 8 years. Anytime you get a chance to play, the best, and you can come away with a victory, you're going to be feeling pretty good.
We've had great moments. We've had bad moments. We got to be more consistent as a team. I got to be more consistent at quarterback. And we got to be able to battle. I mean, we've kind of been in a lot of these tight, close games in our history, but they're not going our way now. So how can we deal with that adversity? How can we be better and learn from it? I mean, you only learn from so many losses. I mean, you gotta learn from it fast, and it's gonna be an uphill battle when we get back. But I think our guys are up to it.
We'll get back, meaning the Chiefs on a bye this week.
Yeah.
They're 5-4. We'll get to them. Both of these stats, quarterback stats, speak to what the Bills did on this day. Josh throwing, you saw it, 23 of 26.
Yeah.
All the tight ends and a couple others. Cook ran okay. Kincaid had the big game, caught 6 for 101. Patrick Mahomes, it looks like a misprint, right? 15 of 34. So that speaks to both Sean McDermott's defense, they're in the right spot, and then the Bills always change things up when they play the Chiefs. And they came out early with like maybe nobody split out or 3 tight ends on the field and tight, and they started moving the Chiefs off the ball.
The job of a coach is to take what he has and make a great meal, like a chef. And what do the Bills have? They have a really good runner. They got 3 really good tight ends. They got a quarterback that's the MVP. So that's how they won the game today. Cook rushed for over 100 yards. All 3 tight ends had huge catches, and Josh Allen distributed the football. And I thought the coaching staff, Joe Brady, Sean McDermott, they did a tremendous job of using their weapons. And defensively, they did a really good job of not allowing the Chiefs to chief them, meaning get big plays, get explosive plays down the field. For the most part, they kept Patrick out of rhythm. He completed less than 50% of his passes.
First time.
He doesn't do that.
No, first time.
This was a great job by that defense and the offense using what they have available to cook this meal and get a victory today.
You know, the Bills peak for it. Not that the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs would be a little surprised at this. I mean, the game just ended. We're on TV. We haven't talked to anybody, and they're talking in the locker room. They were coming in playing their best ball of the year.
Yeah.
But yet, the Bills seemed to play the complimentary ball, and the Chiefs just didn't. They were 3rd and 10, 3rd and 17, 3rd and 12, a lot. That you cannot put. I don't care, even if it's Patrick Mahomes, you can't get in that situation all game against a quality team on the road, of course.
How much of it with these two teams is this is the regular season? Because the Bills have their number in the regular season, Boom, but in the playoffs, the Chiefs have the Bills number. Like, do you think there's an emphasis, more of an emphasis put on it now for the Bills and the Chiefs?
I don't think so. I think the Chiefs were pointing to, okay, let's write this thing for a change. So
right.
what this means, well, who knows? Look, it's a long way off, but Chiefs have 4 losses. The Bills have 2.
Yeah.
By the way, the interesting thing about this game, neither the Bills nor the Chiefs came into this game in first place. That's never happened, that neither were in first place when Mahomes and Allen have been quarterbacks. It's like they're both looking up. Even Bills winning, they're looking up at New England. So good for Buffalo. They're peaking, and the Chiefs, well, they'll self-scout pretty well during the break.
They will.
Trust me. 5-4.
Yeah.
That's a
4
surprise.
losses.
Jags and Raiders. You're going to see NFL record in this game. I don't want to spoil it. Both teams coming off a bye week. Geno Smith. When Brock Bowers is back, the Raiders have a better offense. He's the best player they got, along with, obviously, Crosby.
Boom, that is a sick play right there. Falling behind, one cheek. Actually, he got 2 cheeks down and 1 hand. 2
But the
cheeks,
Raiders
1 hand.
missed the extra point.
Typical Raiders.
Trevor Lawrence, Parker Washington, 18 yards, no timeouts. Hurry up, hurry up. Scramble the spike, 4 second tick, 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 tick. They're at the 50, tick, 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 tick. Now, wait a minute. We got Cam Little. In the preseason, he hit a 70-yard field goal on the grass, summertime in Jacksonville. 68 yards. NFL record is 66. It's good. He doesn't make it by a little. He makes it by a lot. This is 68 yards. Justin Tucker, 66. Baltimore, 5 years. I mean, that's good from 73.
So you're saying he had a little more left in there, huh?
He had a lot more left. My goodness. 6-3 at the half, a thriller. And now, Faisal rootin' down 16-13 into the end zone. Jags lead 20-16. Geno, 2-minute warning to Bowers. Obviously, Crosby's their best player, but he's their best offensive player. The tight end, 2 touchdowns for him, 23-20. 20 seconds to go. Little from 48. He almost missed it. He made it by a little. But good. We're tied at 23 overtime. So Jags get a big kick return, okay, over the 50. Lawrence on 3rd and goal. The quarterback sneak. He doesn't get in. 4th and goal. You got to go. Can they stop him? That's the lead. We've seen him fumble on that.
Seen him fumble. He fumbled against Kansas City on that. That's the old Drew Brees play. Stick it over the line. Touchdown.
Jags lead 30-23, but Geno has a shot. Remember, you can run out of time in the overtime, and you don't get it to keep going. Geno got to deliver to Trey Tucker. Whoa! No, but defensive pass interference, they'll have it at the 1.
Yeah, it was a good call. I know Liam Cohen didn't like it, but it was a good call.
All right, 2nd and goal to 20 seconds. You got to get in. You know you're looking for Bowers. Where is he? Oh, yeah, the Bowery boys. 3 touchdowns. You got to go for 2. Pete's going to do it to try to win. Geno. Oh, they're looking for Tyler Lockett. They just signed him. You know that Geno was looking for his longtime Seahawks teammate. Who knew we'd have a thriller and an NFL record when we looked at this card in Las Vegas? Cam Little breaks the record. Congratulations to him. 68-yard field goal, part of the reason why they won. Now the Rams at home against the Saints. Sean McVay, Rams know they got 2 big games on the slate coming up. Right after this, Matthew Stafford to Tyler Eleanor Higbee. 1-yard touchdown, 7-0 Rams. Stafford to Devontae Adams. Just it was that easy.
That's too easy.
13-0. 13-3. Stafford. Puka Shell Nakua. Tough catch. Defenders on him. 20-10 Rams at the half.
It's just a great catch, boom. Right foot down, hits the pylon, ball inside, touchdown.
We don't see that the Saints are starting the rookie Tyler Shuck, so that's 13 different quarterbacks to start this season, Boog. Nakua handoff, but on a running play on 4th and 1, shaken up. We hope he's all right chest injury.
Yeah, chest injury, boom. Like he falls on the ball. I think he's going to be okay, but let's wait till we get official word.
Well, they play Niners and Seahawks coming up next, so file that away. And hopefully he's okay. Meanwhile, next play, Stafford. Didn't we just see that?
Again, too easy.
So, shucks. The Saints, it doesn't work. The youngster, too much out of the Rams.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford, another game of almost 300 yards and 4 touchdown passes. Rams are 6-2 and in first place, 34-10 over the Saints. So, about at the halfway point, and here, let's go to the Bills again. Let's go back to the Bills and the Chiefs a little bit. I think the Bills, big picture, and you can analyze it, they look very comfortable in executing their game plan. We talked a little bit earlier on the highlight of how they 3 tight, and the tight ends were wandering, if you will, and Josh was 88%. They come in with one of the, statistically, worst rush defenses, statistically. And Ed Oliver, their stud in the middle, out.
Yeah.
So the Chiefs, although Pacheco hurt, thought they could run, control some clock, and certainly not in getting 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15. So the Bills shored up what looked like their deficiency, and then offensively they had a really good feel and must have kept Steve Spagnuolo off kilter, calling a blitz because the tight ends were wandering open.
Well, offensively, it was almost like the Bills did to the Chiefs what a lot of teams normally did to the Bills last year. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to take away everything else and make your quarterback be Superman. And today, the Bills' defense didn't allow the run game to get going, 79 yards rushing the entire game. And Patrick, you're going to have to do everything on your own. And even though Patrick Mahomes may be the greatest quarterback we've ever seen, that's hard for him to do. They play really good coverage. They didn't give up the ball deep down the field. And I don't care who you are. When the entire game is on you, that is a tough task, even for Patrick Mahomes, against a Buffalo Bills defense that wasn't going to give up the big play. And to your point about the Bills offense, it's the age-old adage. What do I have that I can make a meal out of? They got maybe the best group of tight ends in football. They got a quarterback and an offensive coordinator in Joe Brady that understands how to use them. The offensive line is underrated. They ran the football well. The tight ends, they weren't just open, boom. They were wide open.
Wide open.
All day long. So that tells me that the offensive coordinator schemed them up well. The run game was going. The play-action pass was there. And so the game plan for Buffalo worked better than the game plan for Kansas City.
Absolutely. Yeah. Running was 141 to 79 as a team. And you mentioned that Cook had just over 100 yards. The Kansas City Chiefs are 5-4. That's the same record as the Carolina Panthers. Not making a point. I'm just actually stating this is the standings. So they, to repeat what we said earlier, they'll be a little surprised on this plane ride home. I know that. They're one of the best off a bye, and so they will self-evaluate.
Yeah, they will.
However, there's work to be done because under 50%, and again, so if one thing isn't working, the Bills also kept Mahomes from running, too.
Yes.
Which he's the electric eel.
Yes.
So defensively, they had good coverage back there.
Very good.
Better on run defense. The Chiefs couldn't run, and their line is fine. And Patrick couldn't be a magician. Well, now you're running out of cards.
You make a good point, Boone. One of our favorite coaches said, "You are what your record says you are." They're 5-4. That's a game above 500. And they have to ask themselves why. And I think the answer is somewhere in the weeds. Their best players haven't played their best in the biggest moments. I didn't hear Chris Jones' name today at all. He's their best defensive player. Trent McDuffie, I didn't hear his name today at all. Like when your best players don't play well in these big games, that's when that's where the margins are. And for them, they got a lot of good players. But defensively and offensively, in these big games, their best players haven't quite stepped up. And what that means is that you're just teetering above average, and they're 5-4.
It's a surprise. And they're looking up at the Chargers and certainly the Denver Broncos.
Yes.
Plenty of time. Chargers already beat them once. They played Denver twice yet, and they still have the Chargers again. And again, nobody's throwing, oh, my goodness, it's season down. Nobody will want to play them if they get in. But they're in third place. A team that, again, wishes they were 5-4, but they're 3-5. They played on Thursday, and they won 2 games in 5 days, going from 1-5 to 3-5, the Baltimore Ravens. Well, Lohi Gilman, who they got in a trade, we'll elaborate that in a minute. Not only did he force fumble, pick it up in the big win against the Dolphins, he allows other things. Now, Lamar back twice. He and Mark Andrews came in together, by the way. They're Tweedledum and Tweedledee. They're best of friends. 2 touchdowns right away. Again, that's a Thursday highlight. But the point is, Baltimore at 3-5. That's why the Pittsburgh win was huge today. Because here comes Baltimore, I think. So offensively with Lamar, there is that feeling. And the Ravens, look, they got the fullback back. Roquan Smith made 12 tackles, whatever it was.
He was everywhere, yeah.
And explain why Gilman, who came over from the Chargers in a trade with his brother, and Owe went out there and had a sack right away. These are good players. Yeah. But he allows other things because of the way he can play safety.
Because of how he plays, he can kind of stay on the back end. It allows Kyle Hamilton to get closer to the
Who's as good as they get.
And he needs to be around the ball. And I think Baltimore had success last year when he was closer to the ball. That's when their defense took off. So they were looking for a way, how do we get our best player closer to the ball? So now you got Roquan, you got Kyle Hamilton, you got Marlon Humphrey. All 3 of their best defensive players now that Matabike is on IR, they're closer to the ball on the inside. So that's why that trade was necessary, and so far it's paying dividends. Every time, I'm not a big gambler, but you watch the odds. The Ravens are the favorite to win the North. And I keep asking myself, how do they feel that way? Why? Their ceiling, Boom, is higher than anybody else's in that division.
Yes.
Because of one player.
Absolutely.
And that's Lamar Jackson. He played the other night 4 touchdown passes. He was outstanding. And he hasn't quite unleashed the legs yet, Boom. And so even though you look at their record, to our point earlier, sometimes you may be what your record says you are, but there's no ceiling above them. They can go a long ways. Now, their margin for error is very small.
Correct.
But if they get in the tournament, they are going to be a tough out, Boom.
Well, here's the thing. This is not to excuse, but 4 of their 5 losses, no particular order, were Buffalo right away. We remember that game. Kansas City, Detroit, and the Rams. My point in saying those is, yes, they lost all 4 of them. Those 4 teams can win the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
So this is not nobody. They're not like, hey, they're pretty good. No. Those 4, any one of them, I feel, can win the Super Bowl.
I agree,
So let's see what they do with it. They have Pittsburgh twice. They play Minnesota this coming week, and that obviously won't be easy. But keep your eye on the Ravens and see what kind of steam this win gives Pittsburgh.
I agree with that.
Playing the Chargers next. So now we start. Do we really think Baltimore was out of it? They're not out of it. All right, game balls. Well, I mean, we had a wild game. I know you're a defensive player,
But, Boom, anytime you have a game where they score almost 90 points, you got to go find a guy in there. And I went to the Chicago-Cincinnati game. Tight end Colston Loveland was absolutely outstanding. Think about this, Boom. 6 catches, 118 yards. They threw it to him 7 times. He had a 58-yard long catch. He averaged 19.7 yards a catch. He was outstanding. A rookie tight end with a second-year quarterback. This offense, this connection is going to be together for a long time.
Little history lesson, because we saw history on this day. 1970, Tom Dempsey kicked a 63-yard field goal. The spot was at his own 37 because the goalposts were on the goal line. It was good. 5 years ago, Justin Tucker, Baltimore, doink, and over in Detroit, 66. But today, from 68 in Vegas by a mile, my goodness, Cam Little, Jacksonville, they've played NFL football since 1920. It's the longest field goal in the history of the National Football. Cam Little, again, 70-yarder in preseason. He can't do that again.
Yeah.
Wrong. That was good from 73, 74. That was the slot machine. And what is the high? Not the cherries. Like, what is the one all the way across that you get ding, 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 ding? Here come the coins. In Vegas. Big chips for Cam Little.
Dare I say he had more than a little left.
He had plenty left. All right, so that was most of week number 9. And now, if you put a stamp on this, Seattle, Washington, I still use snail mail, all right? This will get to its address in about 5 days. But we can do it quicker because Sunday Night Football, Seattle against Washington. We have Scott Van Pelt with the highlights, and we ordered it up immediately. We have that pull on NFL Primetime. Scotty?
Boom, thanks very much. Not far from where we do our show here in the nation's capital. It's been a rough start to the season for the Commanders, and unfortunately, it got a whole lot worse on Sunday. Sam Darnold was absolutely brilliant. Here, a little Texas route to Kenneth Walker on 3rd down, moved the chains. And then quite a night for the rookies catching passes. It's Torrey Horton, touchdown. Seattle leads 7-0. First play of the second quarter. Last year in his rookie campaign, Jaden Daniels and head coach Dan Quinn, they went for it a bunch on 4th down. They go for this 4th down, and Daniels able to buy some time and finds John Bates. They move the chains. But Daniels was under pressure all night. This Seattle defense is a lot, man. Here, Ty Okada makes a brilliant sideline grab. 1-2 feet in, Seahawks take over. Now 3rd and 8, close enough for a field goal, but they'll be kicking an extra point after Darnold finds Horton for his second of the night all alone. It's 14-0. The dam pretty much bursts wide open here on the opening, well, not the opening, the ensuing kickoff. Jalen Lane, he's got speed. He's dropped a few this year, and here he puts it on the ground. Brandon Peely, big fella, gets his left hand on it. Connor O'Toole pounces, and Seattle's got the football right back. And on the first play of the drive, this is their second touchdown in 11 seconds, and it's another rookie pass catcher. It's Elijah Arroyo, his first NFL touchdown. Darnold was 16 of 16 in the first half. And here's another touchdown pass. This one to Cody White. It's another missed tackle for this Washington defense that has been just horrendous this year. Darnold's the first player with 250 or more passing yards and 0 incompletions in a half since '78. It's 31-7 at halftime. It's now 38-7. Jaden Daniels still in the game, but he's sacked here, and his elbow bends entirely the wrong way, and it is a brutal moment for Washington as Deebo Samuel and Zach Ertz, very emotional on the field. Daniels, in an air cast, would leave the game. It almost certainly will be a lengthy absence, if not a season ender for last year's Rookie of the Year on a night where really 2 storylines. The brilliance of Seattle and Darnold, who were fantastic, and then the awful loss of not just the game, but their quarterback in Jaden Daniels for Washington. They will welcome Detroit next week as their very difficult schedule will continue without any sort of relief. Meanwhile, Seattle goes back home. We'll welcome Arizona off a short week as the Cardinals will be playing on Monday night on ESPN against Dallas.
All right, fellas, thank you very much. We are now officially halfway through. Do you want the ball? Who gets the ball in the second half, you or me?
I'll take it.
Okay. I'll defend this side, okay? And we'll defend it. All right, thanks for watching NFL Primetime for Booger. I'm Boomer, steamrolling into November. If you have a chance, please do. Not if you have a chance, make yourself have a chance. Get out and vote, all right? It's our privilege here in the USA. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.